What is good, yo? We back doing college football rebuild with Cal. I didn't stream a little bit of it, so we ahead. But I'll give y'all a little update. So we had Fernando Mendoza, but when the season ended, he transferred to UCF, and when he transferred there, he wasn't even the starter when the season began, and we put UCF on our schedule and we beat them. And Mendoza ain't play a single down. So yeah, he completely flipped the time script. Cause as y'all know, this year he won Heisman, going to the NFL. He pretty much fucked himself in this dynasty, in this timeline. Yeah, pretty crazy. I know. Try and find a YouTube video to watch while we play. Watch this dude, how he got his test up.
Hey, what's up, guys?
400 points. Yeah. Yeah.
My name's Tyler.
Where's my headphones at? Let me turn down that game volume.
And I just want to give you guys a quick story on how I increased my total testosterone from 496 to 807 within 3 months. So backtrack a little bit. This was January of 2024, and I started to notice that I just had less energy and I wasn't feeling quite like I did a few years prior. And I didn't really know much about the testosterone thing at the time, but I could just tell something was off with my body. I'd seen a few videos on Instagram and I thought, oh, maybe I should get my testosterone checked. I don't really know much about this, but I'll check it out. So it came back and I got my results. It's 496, and I was really pissed off about it because after doing some research, I saw that 496 was, yeah, it didn't suck, but it was like not great by any means. And the way that I am is if I'm not like in the elite category, I get really upset and I get obsessive and I try to get in that elite category. So I was pissed with the 496 and I basically set out on a mission to increase my testosterone 100% naturally. So the first thing that I changed was my nutrition. So at the time I was eating a lot of pasta, a lot of bread, a lot of rice. I was having a lot of chips. I'm a big chip guy, love chips. And so basically on the nightly, I was having Smart Food popcorn, Cheetos, Doritos, like just bags of them. So a lot of junk food, a lot of carbs, a lot of estrogen heavy carbs. And once I did some studying up on that, I was understanding that I needed to cut those foods out, and what I needed to start subbing in was a lot of healthy fats. So things like red meat, eggs, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, things like that are literally the building block for testosterone. So testosterone actually can't, scientifically can't be built without cholesterol and saturated fat. So I was getting very minimal at that at the time. And once I started adding those back in, I started to notice I was feeling a little bit better. I could tell my test was going back up. So just real quick, wanted to go over what I eat. In the morning, I have 6 eggs, 2 Brazil nuts, a banana, and orange juice. I have a mass gainer shake post-workout. That's full of carbs, which is okay because after a workout, you want a ton of carbs. So with that mass gainer shake, I have blueberries, and then I put some extra virgin olive oil in it. For dinner, I'm having a pound of ground beef or 12 ounces of steak, and then I'm having Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Like I'll rotate those, Brussels sprouts one night, broccoli the other, and then I'll also rotate a banana or potatoes. So that's what I have for dinner. And then before I go to bed, I'm having a protein shake and maybe some peanut butter, but I'm always having cashews with it. So I've literally built this nutrition plan. You're getting your greens, you're getting your healthy fats, you're getting some carbs, you're getting all kinds of things that you need to have high testosterone. Like I said, the main thing that I started adding in was those healthy fats. That's literally, if you're taking one thing from this video, cut out the junk food, and start focusing on healthy fats and whole foods, all right? Second thing I started doing was supplementing. So I looked into supplements, wasn't really taking any at the time, but what I started taking was a supplement that had some zinc in it, magnesium, vitamin D, Tongat Ali, just your basic natural vitamins, minerals, and herbs that you need to increase your testosterone. So outside of that natural test booster, I started taking a sleeping supplement as well. And the reason I started taking a sleeping supplement and prioritizing sleep is because literally you can be perfect in the gym, you can be perfect in the kitchen, but if you're not sleeping well, it does not matter how good or how perfect everything else is, your testosterone is still going to be low. That is where it's built, that's where it's created. All those hormones are being released. Sleep should be your number one priority if you want high testosterone. So I'd highly recommend looking into a sleeping supplement. So just kind of backtracking, first thing I changed was my nutrition. Second thing I changed was I started adding supplements to focus on recovery. And then the third thing is I started cutting out all of the personal care products that I was using: hair gel, shaving cream, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant. So the products that I was using at the time are high in phthalates and parabens, and those can just wreak havoc on a male's hormones. So I cut those out. I switched to all natural products. And then another thing I did was switch to 100% cotton underwear and clothing. So no more polyester. Polyester, it's not good. Switched to all natural products, and they're high in phthalates and parabens, and those can just wreak havoc on deodorant. So the products that I was using at the time are high in phthalates and parabens. And then the third thing is I started cutting out all of the personal care products that I was using: hair gel, shaving cream, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant. So the products that I was using at the time are high in phthalates and parabens, and those can just wreak havoc on a male's hormones. So I cut those out. I switched to all natural products. And then another thing I did was switch to 100% cotton underwear and clothing. So no more polyester. Polyester, it's not good for a male, can lower sperm count, can literally make your balls smaller. So cut out that polyester, cut out the estrogen heavy deodorant, shampoo, all that stuff, switch it. And that's pretty much the main top three things that I switched. I do 10,000 steps a day. I wasn't doing that at the time, but now I do 10,000 steps a day. Obviously, that doesn't directly increase your testosterone, but it's great for blood flow. It's great for circulation. It's great for your heart too. So I recommend just getting 10,000 steps a day, or at least 8,000. So just to backtrack again, three things I did. Fixed my nutrition.
Can someone get
I started supplementing with the right supplements, and then I cut out or fixed the personal care products that I'm using. And I was able to go from 496 at the end of January 2024 to 807 at the start of May 2024. So that was my journey with testosterone. Obviously, I've been trying to maintain it since then. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you're low T, you got this, and make sure to make these changes. Hopefully you guys can take something from
You are a killer. Dominate your mind.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is You Are a Killer. This is a very important episode for people to listen to carefully. I'll begin by sharing a bit of my own experience, which I will use as a springboard for actionable advice later in the episode.
Gotta be like Diddy. Whatever I want, I have to get. Motherfucker.
When I was a young man, my mind was a prison. I was trapped in my mind, subject to ruthless, unremitting internal criticism and constrained by all kinds of programming installed by my family and my society. In fact, it took a long time to even recognize the programming, as fish can't see the water, and to understand the relationship between this programming and my suffering. Today, I am happy to report to you that this is no longer the case. My mind is no longer a prison. In fact, my mind is now a beautiful garden. I love being inside my mind. There is peace and quiet and a stable and abiding sense of freedom. Sounds nice, right? Well, what you have to understand is that a garden is not a natural thing. Gardens do not exist in nature. Wilderness exists in nature. Gardens are always the product of intentional design. And that design, for lack of a better word, is maintained through violence. That's right. All the beauty and serenity, the pastoral peace of the garden is created and maintained through violence. What must you do to create and preserve a garden? You must dig up the earth. You must pull out the weeds. You must kill the predators and pests that would devour your crops and blossoms. And you must maintain this state through constant vigilance and the willingness to aggress against that which threatens your design. You won't hear many psychologists talking like this, but it's absolutely true. If you want a garden, you do not need to understand the weed. You need to eradicate it. You do not need to communicate better with the earth. You need to break it open. You do not need to empathize with the pests. You need to destroy them. You live in a home made of dead trees on land that was cleared of life so you could lay its foundations. Whatever comfort or convenience you enjoy is based on this fact. Man must dominate the world to make a home of it, which is precisely what dominate means. Like domestic, dominate comes from the Latin domus, meaning home. This might make people uncomfortable, but your home is what you have dominated. And what you have not dominated is not your home. You must make your mind bend to your will. You must dominate it before you can ever hope to make a home of it. And until you do, you will be as one living in the wilderness, uncomfortable, vulnerable, and subject to any forces greater than yourself. But let's take this a step further, shall we? I told you that my mind was a prison and that I'm not in prison anymore. How do you think that happened? Do you think one day my self-limiting beliefs and internalized programming got together and said, you know what, Orion?
Yeah.
We were just talking and we decided, well, you've suffered enough. We're sorry. We're sorry for torturing you all those years. That wasn't really cool at all. And I guess our collective conscience is bothering us now, and we now have enough pity for your wretched state that we're going to let you go. So, sorry about that. We're cool, right? All the best. Like, do you think something like that happened? Do you think my captors let me go? My friends, my captors did not let me go. I'm free today because I killed those motherfuckers. And I would do it again. And I will do it as many times as is necessary to preserve my freedom and guarantee my survival. As God is my witness, I will never, ever again allow those forces to have dominance over me in my own mind. Introducing my innovative first novel, Starry Night. Step into the world of painter Vincent van Gogh, genius, sinner, prophet, madman.
Yeah. All right, we're back, boys. I don't know what that video turned Um, 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 Kevin Samuel, first team. Dude looks like a crackhead. Let's find out.
Bill
what
Gates
these
breaks his silence on the latest
pizza
release of the
eaters-
Epstein files. This is from today.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Part of that issue of trust.
Oh, you
brings me to
apologize that
Jeffrey
you did
Epstein.
that? Shut the fuck up.
I want to know what your
Oh,
relationship with him was.
You poisoned
Yeah, I
the
met
corn
Jeffrey
and
in
everything,
2011.
bro.
So over a period
Why-
of 3
that's
years,
why you didn't
I had a
get
number
fucking
of
COVID.
dinners with him.
Yeah.
The focus was always
So what about like the Russian hookers?
he knew a lot of very rich
Yeah,
people, and he
and
was
how-
saying
how
he could get them to give money to global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people
Yeah.
who regret ever knowing him.
Right.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way? But
So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein wrote an email to himself because he knew that after he was killed, that the main thing that he wanted the public to know is that you were sleeping with Russian hookers, and he wanted to give your wife a antibiotic so she wouldn't know that you transmitted an STD that you got from Russian hookers to her. And he knew this almost 10 years before he died. And he did this to frame you specifically, to embarrass you for... Just listen, man. I've seen a lot of girls in Russia. They're fucking hot. Like, I get it, man. I do. Like, I think everybody... Like, you guys get it. Like, it makes sense. So, like, really, just come out and say it, bro. Like, it's fine.
it just reminds me,
Yeah.
every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in
Yeah.
those files has been true. Why would he?
Problem is that the other stuff was true. Why is the stuff about you not true? What a great question. What an amazing question.
Do this and say this about you, do you think?
Yeah. Why would he do this?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any
He
women.
never went to the island. He never met any women. Well, if you didn't meet any women, why is there a photo of you next to a woman with her face blacked out? Because that's confusing to me. I mean, maybe he was never introduced to her. It was just a random person, right? I mean, that seems very odd. I don't know what this is.
And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that
Bro,
although the
about to
time was a
pop out his
mistake,
fucking
it had
snake
nothing to
skin
do with
right now.
that kind of behavior.
Oh,
Is it frustrating to you,
Surprised
given
his
what you've
aren't
said,
about to
that
come
this
out
is
and
now happening?
fucking
Not
bite
really.
that
I mean,
dude's neck and turn him into
people
a
should,
reptile.
hold people who are successful to a very high bar. And so, it's as these documents come out, they're going to be closely scrutinized.
to be honest, that's a very good answer. But, man, another Microsoft Oh, God.
Oh boy. Wow. How about that? Cooked? Yeah, I guess so. Alex Jones told Rogan about Epstein 10 years ago? Wait, what?
We all know about Jerry Epstein, okay? And that
I don't know about Jerry
Epstein.
Epstein.
That was the Lolita Express. Just Google that. And
What is that?
Bill Clinton was like on 20 flights. First it was 7.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
To
now
this
I know
pedophile
who you're
island that
talking
has
about.
a temple in it. And then he was also flying to this Middle Eastern country with this sheik that's an admitted pedophile with multi-million-dollar checks and Bill Clinton on the plane. And Bill Clinton's a known sexual predator. Okay, so all this stuff's going on, and so they start bringing up lawsuits against Donald Trump with Jane Doe's claiming he'd been with Epstein, even though there's no proof in the law, because they make you log even on private jets. None of it was ever true. He'd been at a
Here
few.
it is. How progressive guru John Podesta is in household name as world-class underage sex slave op, cover-upper, defending
This is
unspeakable
2011.
dregs escapes me.
This says
Early
2011.
on, did John Podesta imagine his baby MMFA, I don't know what that is, would be covering up for underage sex ops and hate crimes against blacks?
What the fuck?
I don't know what that means.
So
What
Alex
is
was on this 10
MMFA,
years ago.
Jamie. Media matters.
Isn't that Soros?
Yeah, that's Soros. But also, guess who owns the pizza place?
Who?
Where all this went on? It's Media Matters head guy David Brock's boyfriend, and that is where they have major Democratic Party fundraisers. And then they had rock bands there that gave live spoken word dissertations of the love of children.
What?
How did he
Guys
know?
like
Bro,
Doc
what?
Drag, talking about how much they love children.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't even really want to repeat what they really pull it up.
How the fuck?
There's a video of them saying that.
This
in
is,
the
a
place?
this is a comet ping pong.
How did
So
wait, he predicted
why is-
9/11?
It's a very, very bizarre subject. But why is this like so easy?
So this is episode 9/11 with Alex Jones. Okay, so when did episode 9/11 Joe Rogan with Alex Jones come out? When did it come out? 2017. 2 years before Epstein died.
That's right. Okay,
To
now
this
I know
pedophile
who you're
island that
talking
has
about.
a temple in it. And then he was also flying to this Middle Eastern country with this sheik that's an admitted pedophile with multi-million-dollar checks and Bill Clinton on the plane. And
Oh my God. I mean, this is, man, how about that, huh? How did he know? Well, how does he know all this? Do you want to know the real reason why? It's because the information has always been out there. It has been. Like, I remember my mom was telling me about the Taliban before 9/11 happened. I remember this is like kind of like an almost core memory for me, is that I was sitting next to her, or like, I was sitting in a chair, and like, she was showing me like, this is what they do, and they have like a Toyota, like this is like, because my mom had a Toyota truck that said Toyota on the back and everything, like growing up, and she's like, see, this is like our car, but they have a machine gun in the back. And like, I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was in 2000. And she was like, yeah, they oppress women, and they don't let them vote. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, what the fuck? And like, that was it. And then like a year later, 9/11 happened. That's what it was. 9/11 was not the Taliban. Well, I didn't say it was, but what I was saying is that a lot of this information, like bin Laden and all of this, like, it was all out there at the time. And then also, like, there are people that are involved in, like, the inside that know what's going on, and then they leak stuff to people like Alex Jones. They do. Now, the problem is that you have a lot of false positives. So you have something get leaked to them. It turns out that it isn't true. And, well, now you look like a jackass. But in a general sense, I think that's what happens. Anyway, so Alex Jones was onto this because a lot of people knew about it. I mean, really, I mean, it was out in the open. And I think that's the other thing. I mean, they're out there talking about cheese pizza at the fucking Oscars. So it's really not like this is some kind of massive secret that nobody was allowed to speak of. It was very out in the open, and a lot of people were discussing it. This goes far beyond what many imagined. So we've got this right here, okay? Where is this? And you've got one more. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck is that? It's not bad. It's weird, but it's not bad. What is this? Is it a baby? I mean, it could be. Look how small it is. I mean, this is straight out of Volcano Manor in Elden Ring. Oh my God. A new open source tool, Epstein, called Epstein plus LinkedIn, lets you check if any of your LinkedIn connections appear in the publicly released Jeffrey Epstein court documents. Oh, that's really useful. Thank God for that. Prince Andrew and the Epstein scandal. This came out 6 years ago. Uh-oh.
July of this year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking and abusing dozens of underage girls. One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001. She says she dined with you, danced with you at Tramp nightclub in London. She went on to have
What nightclub?
sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell, your friend. Your response?
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady.
He doesn't remember her at
None
all.
whatsoever.
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
She says she met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
Well, I mean, I don't remember it versus it didn't happen. These are two very different things. One of them is like, I don't know, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. The other one is, oh, well, it didn't happen, certainly.
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting her.
He doesn't know.
I'm almost, in fact, I'm convinced that I was never in Tramps with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story. One of which is that I don't know where the bar is in Tramps. I don't drink. I don't think I've ever bought a drink in Tramps whenever I was there.
Do you remember dancing at Tramp?
No. That couldn't have happened because the date that is being suggested, I was at home with the children.
You know that you were at home with the children. Was it a memorable night?
On that particular day,
I thought he said he didn't remember it.
that we now understand is the date, which is the 10th of March. I was at home. I was with the children. I'd taken Beatrice to a Pizza Express in Woking for a party at a...
For what?
A Pizza Express.
It probably doesn't mean a lot, right? But it's just, what are the odds, right? What are the odds?
In Woking for a party.
I mean, it's crazy.
I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express birthday and being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do.
Really? Is that right?
A very unusual thing for me to do. I've only been to Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly distinctly. As soon as somebody reminded me of it, I went, oh yes, I remember that. So, and I have no recollection of ever meeting or being in the company or the presence.
So you're absolutely sure that you're at home on the 10th of March?
Yeah.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was actually yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at, and I simply it was almost impossible for me to sweat, and it's only because I have done a number of things in the recent past that I'm starting to be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical.
I don't know. I've never heard of this before,
that
ever.
says that I didn't do it. So therefore.
Is it possible that you met Virginia Roberts, dined with her, danced with her in Tramp, had sex with her on a...
Bro. Look at him go. No. Surely he doesn't do it. I don't sweat. Not really, no. But it's not because I got shot at.
Doesn't. Got it. Okay. Right 10. I will. I have to work in the morning. Yes. Love you.
So, like, I mean, how does something like this happen? It's always a coincidence. Nobody understands it. Yeah, like, wow, it's AI. Everything is AI. That's right, yeah. Everything that makes him look bad is AI. Makes perfect sense. Pull up a photo of him sweating. Yeah, and I don't know if he looks kind of sweaty on that, but I'm not sure about it. And then, oh, here it is.
What were your thoughts about the Epstein files and 3 million pages being released? And, you know, now we are hearing that Bill and Hillary Clinton have both agreed to testify in the House ahead of the contempt of Congress vote. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, this is certainly something we were talking in my meeting today about what I'm going to talk about on the show Friday, because it's just too interesting. And also, you know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but where does QAnon go for the apology? You know, I mean, QAnon, which believed in lots of really ridiculous things, like, you know, Democrats eat babies. Yeah. But they were kind of harping a lot on
what's ridiculous about the Democrats eating babies? The only thing that's ridiculous about it is that it was Republicans that were eating babies too. It seemed like everybody was eating babies.
The idea that the elites are running this pedophile ring, and I mean, I made jokes about them. I also made jokes.
I did too.
After the Epstein thing happened originally, that were on the idea of, well, you know, obviously there was some smoke there. Well, now with all that's come out in the last couple of weeks, there's a little more than smoke. It does look like anybody who was at all able to get in touch with Jeffrey Epstein, he was the man.
We're doing it.
He was the man.
They just, yeah. I mean, and then they all lied about it. Everybody has, and the arrogance also of thinking they could just use their real name in an email, which they did, and didn't try to couch it in, you know, when I used...
Wait a minute. They got away with it. Nobody's been arrested. They were right. Think about that. All of these people that have been exposed, not a single arrest has happened.
To get pot before it was legal. It was like, I'd like 2 shirts, please, you know, and no seeds in the shirts this time. You know, you had to sort of codify it. No, they're just openly talking in emails about this sort of, you know, sexual perversion, and that they were all doing, and lots of people who you didn't think, you know, or I never imagined were...
Stephen Hawking was the dark horse. He was going over to that island, turning into Optimus Prime. Wow. Didn't expect that at all.
doing it. I see these names come up. So, you know, I mean, QAnon, yes, a lot of crazy there, but you know what? You weren't totally wrong about that, guys.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, right? Is like whenever I hear somebody who's crazy that accidentally was right about something, and then it happens 2 or 3 times, I stop believing that it was an accident. You know, like, isn't that weird? Eating babies probably kept Hawking alive. That's okay. So you're saying that the reason why Stephen Hawking lived so long with ALS is because he was eating babies to prolong his life.
I mean, it could.
Huh.
That could be
How
true.
about that? Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So a video is just posted from the Epstein files showing a large system of.
That could be fucking real, bro. Fucking adrenal.
Underground tunnels.
I suspect a pound is what they did, yeah. Yeah, removed all the... Uh-huh. I mean, all this information.
Uh-huh. Man, tunnels, huh? Here's more footage in the tunnels. What the fuck? This is in Jeffrey Epstein's tunnels?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Videos of a mattress being pulled out of the wall exist on YouTube. Yeah, but they said it was to support the wall. I mean, it's hard really to know. Jeffrey Epstein was an early backer of Coinbase? Oh my god. I just, dude. Wow. I don't even know what to say. This is just fucking ridiculous. Academic moralist Noam Chomsky told Epstein that he was fantasizing about the Caribbean island. I bet he was. Yep, academic moralist. Again, all of these people, it is so much more common than you would imagine. It is extremely common. Those pancakes? No, I'm telling you guys, like there are a lot of people that are into this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't think people understand how common it really is. It is crazy, crazy, crazy popular. People are going apeshit about this stuff. And scroll up and listen to the woman. Well, this one here, well, I'll get to that later on. But this is dark. Yeah, Ukraine is now my favorite country. So somebody sent a bunch of images here, and then it says Ukraine is my favorite country. Wow. Man.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were convinced that Epstein killed himself in jail. Today, 8 months after that, are you still convinced?
Yes.
100%?
Yes, sir.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did...
Is that right? Yeah?
I wanted to give you guys a quick update on Mark Tremo, who is the UCLA professor who emailed Jeffrey Epstein tips to get infants to suck more vigorously on a pacifier. I went and stood outside of his building at UCLA yesterday with a giant sign with his quote.
What the
And on the other side it said, "Fire Mark Tremo."
What
and
the
I
fuck?
screamed by myself for an hour. At the end, when my voice was shot and I was exhausted,
should have used a whistle.
The department head came up to me. He let me know they're not renewing his contract, and I suggested he better get his name off of that website if they don't want this to continue daily.
Man.
Guys, our voices can be heard. We just need to get out there and do it.
Yeah, so it looks like they're getting rid of that guy. Thank God. This is how we should weaponize the Karens? I think so, yeah.
Wow. That looks great. Thank you. What you want in a pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy, it has life to it.
You're with a guy of young human flesh. To have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy, it has life to it.
You're with a guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
I'm looking forward to this.
You're the fucking weirdo.
So here's Jeffrey Epstein inside of the, where is it here? Inside of the Epstein files. Also, Jerry Seinfeld, they're going to be sailing around. This is his boat, or maybe his island. I don't know. I can organize for them to come to the island for lemonade. Wow. Maybe that actually is lemonade for once. Jerry had a 16-year-old girlfriend. Don't lie about that. She was only 17. So she was 17. He was 38. That's a big difference. Yep. That's right. That's a bit of a difference. Yeah. And it's old enough for her to be his kid. That's right. And so still in school. So he met her whenever she was a high school senior. Oh, that's great. Wow. Well, and he's talking about eating human flesh, too. And he's in the Epstein files as well. I mean, guys, as I said before, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but whenever you look at points on the graph, they make a line. They do. They make a line. And it doesn't mean it happened. But, like, damn, guys. Like, what are the odds of that, huh? Wow. Points on the graph, like I say with everything. And too many lines, I say. Yep. Epstein discussing, and this is the big one people wanted me to talk about, discussing pushing transgenderism on minors. It's very simple. I will compare male and female with female to male. With greater molecular control over development, we are increasingly capable of producing novel phenotypes, more feminine men, by blocking testosterone receptors or castration, and at the same time increasing estrogen production, the one that blocks male features, the second encourages female features. More masculine women, heavy testosterone dosage, incredible external effects, heavily bearded men. You would never guess they had a female bone in their body. The first kind, male to female, is 4 more frequent than female to male. That's about right. The first is attractive. He is a woman with a cock. So if your fantasy is to suck a man's cock, otherwise you are completely heterosexual, it would be much nicer if the rest of the organism is female. Then you get the best of both worlds. So many transsexual women are very attractive and easily make money, which in turn they assert promotes their prostitution since they have to pay hefty fees for injections every week, but they are sexually happy. Once you've reached manhood, even castration does not prevent the sensation of organism. Contrast the poor female to male versions. They are unhappy and lonely. They are men with mum-pums, the worst of both worlds. If you like smelly masculine men, you want that hard cock that comes with the show, and you do not want nature's more complex and variable structures that as an acquired taste, but not with a man. There are also hundreds of female trans videos and websites. I have never seen a male one. By the way, we are now pushing the intervention earlier, so you notice your 3-year-old son has trans tendencies, so now you intervene with hormones. I would be frightened to do that, but who knows?
Bro, like, look for the ball. No homo. What he's talking.
Wow.
Not that type.
3 years old. This was in 2018. Isn't that amazing? Wow, what are the odds of that? is right over there. Yes. I mean, oh my God. People eat this shit up. They do. They've been going crazy on this. I can't believe it. And also, by the way, FBI, the hacking of Epstein was carried out from the Vatican. Man. Let me see if I can find this here. Was in Italy, drove the money to Switzerland. Where is the rest of it? In addition to his Vatican City passport. Oh my God. Big if true. Fucking based. Absolutely fucking based. My Pope, yep. I don't know, man. Jesus had the last laugh after all. This is Rome's fault. I'm not surprised. Yeah, if they actually were able to do that, that would be fucking insane, man. And it really would be. And so here's another one. I found this to be very interesting. Jeffrey Epstein said all of the gold at Fort Knox is completely missing. Did Trump ever find out where the gold at Fort Knox went? No. Huh. So no visit by Trump or Musk to Fort Knox happened. No audit was publicly conducted. By mid-2015, 2025, the topic faded. Trump dropped mentions after late February. Musk stopped around April, and reports described it as all talk or abandoned. Huh. How about that? Wow. Oh, man. They'll use it for the third temple? Yeah. So, wait a minute. So, you're saying that Jeffrey Epstein knew that the gold was stolen and it's being used to build the third temple in Israel? Is that right? Former IMF charged and jailed for U.S. sex crimes after his discovery that all of the gold held in the United States Bullion Depository located at Fort Knox was, quote, missing and or unaccounted for. According to the FSB secret report, Strauss-Kahn had become increasingly concerned earlier this month after the United States began stalling its pledged delivery to the IMF of 191 tons of gold. So there's a chance the gold could just be gone too. Huh. Well, how about that? Tons of gold. That's a lot of gold, guys. It really is. And so, here's another one too, guys. This is a nice little surprise. Epstein and Gates plan to get rid of all the poor people. I mean, that means we're all going to be rich, right? Cool. I'm excited. Also, I've been thinking a lot about that question you asked Bill Gates. How do we get rid of poor people as a whole? And I haven't. You guys can't see the whole thing. How do we get rid of poor people as a whole? And I have an answer. Comment regarding that for you. When can I call you today to discuss this? Yeah, that's possible. It is possible that it was COVID. Oh my God. What do you think? Batteries? I think that, I don't know. I have no idea. It could have been COVID, right? COVID is fake too. Maybe you're right. Diddy reportedly offered Epstein to be featured in a music video in which Epstein declined. So this is a big deal because basically Jeffrey Epstein considered Diddy, this is completely unverified by the way, considered Diddy as potential competition. It's kind of like McDonald's and Burger King. Yeah, real recognized real. I guess so, guys. Yeah, it's a little bit the same thing. Yeah, or like McDonald's and Taco Bell. And wow, they were colleagues. I don't know about that. And then also, let me go back. I'll see. This is it. Epstein uploaded a Minecraft series. This is how the lost media we got back. So, Minecraft Survival Episode 1 getting started. Let's pull this up. And it came out 10 years ago. Here it is. Oh my God. A world for all. So we could be. Loading world. So this is a whole... Wait a minute. So he only made 3 videos for this. And so here's... All right. So this could be Jeffrey Epstein's YouTube channel. Someone says it's always the Minecraft YouTubers. What are the odds of that, huh? What are the odds of that? Wow, that's crazy. So let's read some of the comments here. So this is Jeffrey Epstein's YouTube video. Let's take a look at it. I can't wait for the Herbivine summoning episode. When's the apology video? We know you aren't dead, bro. Drop the next episode. Not all Minecraft YouTubers, but it's always a Minecraft YouTuber. No way this is him. I cannot believe it. All the cyberpunk taking up bro's space. It's always the Minecraft YouTubers. Bro was doing side quests. Next episode, you should build an island. All the... Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was on his computer. This feels like watching Osama singing Poker Face. From Lady Gaga. And the Villager Farm episode is going to be... Dude.
Fuck.
Dude. The Villager Farm episode? You really have to go and call it that? Like, that's crazy. Wow. Top comment. Bro owns a damn island, but he can't afford a computer that can record more than 5 FPS. Why is it so laggy? A lot of cyberpunk, maybe. Bro, yo, Big E. What's the next part? You're in your cave looking for diamonds. I'm in the same cave looking for... Oh God! Always the Minecraft YouTubers. This is him being a Minecraft YouTuber is peak divine comedy. Well, we don't know for sure, right? We're not sure that this is Jeffrey Epstein. Are there any old comments? Oh, can I look and see this? Sort by. Okay, 2000. It might take a little bit too long to scroll all the way down. Let me. I will though. I'll scroll all the way down. Crazy if this is real. I'm here before it blows up. When are you gonna release another video? Can we do a collab? I really love your videos when I was a kid. Pattern recognition. When's the apology video? Big Stein's playing better. The Big Stein. Where's part 2? Is that the New York financier? Of course it's Minecraft. Oh my God, yo, let's collab, bro. Epstein Gaming. This cannot be real. This is not Jeff. Why are people... Where's the upload, Jeffy? Hey, Jeff, your PC sucks. Oh my God. No, there are no other videos for this. What's your seed? Can I have your seed? No, you've got to go to the ranch for that. And, oh my fucking God. What if this was placed into files to distract people? Maybe that's it, right? Weirdo billionaire playing at 10 FPS on Windows XP. That's right. Honestly, that makes me believe it more. It does. You're really loving this? Look at oldest comments. You can't search by oldest comments on the YouTube filter. I'll show you. Sort by top and newest. That's it. Those are the only 2 you can search by. So there's a good chance that right now at this very... Can you say the N-word in Minecraft? Because maybe that's, I mean, because maybe that's why he was playing it, right? That could have been it. Yeah, can you say, you can. Top? Oh, top doesn't do that. Yeah, pick newest and then scroll down. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That's such a good idea. I don't know. Why didn't I think of that? It's actually a great idea. Give me a minute. Let me load all of them. Okay. What the fuck did I walk in on? Oh, those are the sounds. Never mind. That was Bill Clinton. You hear him? It's Prince Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, I've got them in the background right now. ASMR stream? Yeah, isn't that delicious? Oh, that was... Oh, that one was Donald Trump. Oh, that's definitely Trump. Yeah, they just got the McDonald's DoorDash. Those high-pitched squeaks, you might not know this, but that's actually Stephen Hawking's wheelchair. I've really got to stop. I've got to stop before I get banned. The zombie moans are Biden? Yeah, true. Yeah, that was Biden right there. His Minecraft skin is a BDSM outfit? Wait, what?
Nah, that's fucking crazy. What a fucking dirtbag.
Oh, boy.
Fucking dirty Jeff.
Oh, boy.
You know what else
That's
starts with
He-Man?
J?
Yeah? But what are the odds? What are the odds, gentlemen, that an account with its name was Littlest Jeff at the beginning? So, I mean, you've got to admit that these sure are a lot of coincidences, huh? Like, what are the odds of all these coincidences happening at the same time? You're definitely going too deep? Am I? You think so? Well, I want to find the earliest comment.
Bro, he's
Wow.
cheating. How do you know?
I mean, I can't believe it's Epstein playing genuinely. Yeah, he's not even modding anything. He's going in... Oh, I don't think I should say that. You think Bill Gates would have sorted Epstein's out with a good computer? No, I think, honestly, so this is the reason why. A lot of people use old technology because a lot of the current viruses don't function well with old technology. It's kind of like, basically, if you know how, like, in Pokemon, like, Alakazam using Psychic Blast, you use that on, like, a rock, it doesn't do anything, right? Because it's a rock, like, it doesn't know anything. And so, like, that's kind of the same idea, where, like, even if it's something that's, like, tremendously advanced or whatever, it's false. Well, I don't know. I mean, is it? It's not true. Oh, wow, okay, not true. Well, fuck, I was just making stuff up. Ever taught you that should kill himself? Really?
Bro,
well, how do you know it was a
there's no
himself?
way
Well, I
you
guess, yeah, I
saw
mean,
that.
it's not like women can understand computers, so yeah, of course. But anyway, I can't wait for Survival Island. Where's episode 2? I want to find the oldest comment. What if the oldest comment is from the Microsoft account? You know, like, or from Bill Gates. When's the next party? This fucking sucks. Tel Aviv? Oh, he wants to build Tel Aviv. Wow. And this is nuts, man. And exploits stop being patched. Is that it? This might be, somebody says this might be Epstein. Epstein. It might be
Fuck
Epstein.
off.
Yeah,
Get
it's
open.
Epstein. Okay, well, there it is, guys. So there's a chance that people found Jeffrey Epstein's Minecraft tutorial video. And I don't know how the same things keep happening. I really find it to be impressive, but somehow it does.
I'll give it to Zito a shot. We'll see what happens. Could be good, could be bad. I'll give it a true shot. How about that?
Good, could be bad.
My goat.
This is the mother of 43-year-old Crystal Krug. In a few seconds.
Okay, let me go back. What?
Yeah, turn that shit off, you motherfucker.
Like what?
This is the mother of 43-year-old Crystal Krug. In a few seconds, she's going to find Crystal's lifeless body inside this very garage.
Hello?
Bro, we lose to number
This
2
is
and
Daniel
we drop
Krug,
that
the man who killed her. He's heading in for another normal workday, just minutes after leaving his wife's lifeless
I read
body
the chat, it was
hidden in the
dumb.
garage of their own home.
Fuck! We lost another receiver.
Oh shit. The reason why I lost is some guy just says, like what? Ask a question, then mutes it, yes, Giga chat. And I thought it was dumb. It's unrelated.
For the last 4 months, this man has been engineering the most calculated homicide plot Colorado has ever seen, creating fake identities, manipulating Crystal's children, and setting up the perfect scapegoat to take the blame. He believes his plan is bulletproof, that police will spend weeks chasing a ghost and eventually arrest someone else for the murder he committed. And despite nearly perfect detective work, his plan works exactly the way he intended.
My husband said there was a dude who's been stalking her and threatened to kidnap her. Oh my God, this can't be true. I was the person who attacked her.
Yo, this intro is he needs to change that. You gotta change it, man.
That's right, Henry.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Very good to meet you. I talked to Detective Mike, kind of have an idea what's going on.
Yes.
This is Crystal Krug, months before her murder. She lives here with her husband, Daniel Krug, and their 3 children. Both Crystal and her husband are well educated and seem to have built a comfortable life together with their kids. But behind closed doors, something dark is happening that will destroy this beautiful family. All because Crystal's been dealing with a stalker obsessed with her, sending her constant threats and claiming to watch her every move. This officer is here to check her car for GPS trackers or anything that could explain how this stalker keeps finding her. In reality, the stalker is much closer than anyone could have imagined.
You can see like it's a little bit dirty, so I can see blood marks, but like my street looks like this all the time. There's no one out there. Like I know the normal cars.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's following me from.
Okay.
I can only assume a tracker.
Nothing jumps out at me.
I know, me either. I'm hoping it's just to mess with me.
Nothing jumps
The officer
at me.
continues searching the vehicle top to bottom, but finds nothing suspicious. So before leaving, he offers Crystal
Did he
a few
expect to see
safety
an antenna on top
recommendations and
or that fucking
reassures
spinner?
her that they'll keep looking into her case. Not long in the course of the investigation, Broomfield police receive another call, this time from Crystal's husband, Daniel, reporting a break-in at his home. An officer is dispatched to check things out. Unknowingly, this encounter will be the start of one of the most calculated murders the United States has ever seen.
Hey, how's it going?
I mean, it could have been that elaborate, right?
I'm Officer Chauncey.
I'm Dan.
Nice to meet you.
Johnson, nice to meet you.
So, as I pulled in, I saw someone run out, jump over my gate, and take off that way. Got it. I didn't think to call you until my wife got home recently, and we realized the spare key that we keep in the garage isn't there. Okay.
According to Daniel, the only thing that's gone is their spare house key. If someone stole that, it means they aren't done and might have plans to come back at some point. The officer advises Daniel to change their locks immediately, while police look into who this intruder might be. What no one realizes tonight is that
How did pizza? It's there in 1 minute. You wanna go pick it up?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Yeah, it's actually there right now.
Really? What kind of drink would you like? Would you like tea?
Yeah, iced tea, please.
Iced tea?
I got you pizza, is that alright?
Yes, I'm very, very hungry. Thank you.
this is no random incident. It's the opening move in a plan that's been forming for months. And this break-in is just step 1.
Okay, interesting. I'll give this a chance.
9 days after Daniel reports the break-in, his wife Crystal wakes up to another uneasy morning. For weeks now, she's been receiving strange, anonymous messages and a growing sense that someone out there has an eye on her. Until now, none of it had a name attached, but a faceless presence that kept getting closer. But today, that changes. As Crystal gets the kids ready for school, makes her morning coffee, and heads out for work, her phone buzzes. She glances at the screen and sees a name she hasn't thought about in more than 20 years. Jack Anthony Holland, a man she dated briefly as a teenager. The message is short, crude, completely out of nowhere. Hi, Crystal. It's Anthony. Hope it's okay I looked you up. I go to Boulder every few weeks and thought we could hook up. You game? At first, she didn't think much of it. The two last spoke years ago, and even then, he was harmless. So she ignores it and moves on. But the next day, everything changes. Are you there? You should say yes when I offer pity. Whatever. I saw your pics. You got fat. You should yourself. Saw you at the dentist today. Your license plate expired. Gotta fix that. Suddenly, Crystal's fear becomes reality, and she begins living with the terrifying possibility that she's being watched. And now, she's certain Anthony is the one who's been harassing her for weeks. She becomes hypervigilant, installs cameras around the home, dash cams in her car, and starts carrying a concealed handgun everywhere she goes. By late October, Crystal's barely sleeping. She keeps a spreadsheet of her stalker log, documenting every message she gets. Then, almost a month later, a new email from Anthony confirms her worst fears. This your husband? Drives like slow old lady.
Bro,
he needs to drive.
Bro, is this not when you buy a gun? You're not allowed to have a gun? I think this is the exact moment where you get a fucking gun. Get a gun, shotgun at home. Okay.
If safe. The email comes with an attached photo showing her husband Daniel at his workplace. Now the stalker isn't just targeting Crystal. He's coming after her family. Crystal realizes she can't handle this alone, so she hires a private investigator to track down Anthony's addresses and digital history. Then, on Halloween night, she calls the police.
So, how can I help you tonight? What's going on? Yeah, so I have an ex from a very long time ago who has occasionally found me on social media, and it's never been an issue. So this month. So this month, I have received numerous text messages, and then today I got an email that is very threatening, and it husband at his work location, so the stalking is getting a little too aggressive at this point in time. Okay. So my last contact with this individual was 5 years ago, where I told him I was happily married, I had no interest in...
Wait, am I muted?
What, he kept contacting me, he kind of blew things up and then blocked me. I blocked him, haven't heard from him since.
Sorry about that.
After explaining everything to the officer, she documents each detail and forwards the case to the department's investigative unit. Within hours, the file lands on the desk of Detective Andrew Martinez, a seasoned investigator who's worked some of Broomfield's toughest cases, including abductions and violent crimes. Martinez schedules a formal meeting with Crystal for the following week, hoping to get a clearer picture of what exactly is happening and who this Anthony really is. When she sits down with Martinez, the situation has already escalated far beyond what Crystal first reported.
So, I mean, like, he saw, like, full pictures of my family, of my kids. Like, I locked down my protocol real fast after this, because it was pretty alarming, right? Where he's like, we're meant to be together, and my family loves that we're talking. And I'm like, whoa, you think that we're, like, in a relationship? So I shut it down real hard. I said, this is really creepy for me. You need to stop. And he got, like, real emotional, and then blocked me. I'm like, good. And I blocked him, and I'm like, and then I shut down Facebook entirely. The one development that I have, I did get the full-blown report from the PI. Problem, and you'll see this in this report, there are tons of phone numbers associated with him. There are tons of addresses. He moves everywhere and between like 3 different states.
As Crystal walks the detective through her evidence, 2 details immediately stand out. First, her stalker isn't just texting her from random numbers. He's using multiple phone lines and different digital identities, finding ways to reach her even after she changes her information. Whoever this is, they're persistent, resourceful, and frighteningly determined.
At one point, can't you create like diagrams of, like a Venn diagram? Somebody who can do this, that, that. At one point, do this so many overlaps. The pool really could be like fucking like 3. Like,
second,
no?
Her ex-boyfriend, Anthony Holland, is tied to several addresses and multiple phone numbers. Whether it's instability or an attempt to stay off the grid, it convinces Martinez that Crystal is dealing with someone who either doesn't want to be found or someone who's planning something far worse. With all of this in mind, Martinez wraps the interview with Crystal and begins the digital side of the investigation. He sends warrants to service providers, requesting phone records, email logs, and account information to track down the stalker. Unfortunately for Martinez, these companies will make a mistake that will soon prove deadly. While waiting for the digital evidence to come back, Martinez decides to follow up on something else. The garage break-in Daniel reported back in September when a stranger supposedly stole their spare house key. He brings Daniel in for a formal interview, wanting to know whether he's noticed anyone following him, but instead of clarifying things, Martinez is about to learn something far more unsettling about the Krug household. But before we get to that, 2025 is almost over, and we're falling.
Don't you dare.
$1,000 to $5,000.
It's not a video.
Just that, you'll receive bonuses.
I'll play the video.
Personalized AI toolkit builder. Seats are limited. Grab yours now via the link in the description.
I'm buying right now.
Let's get back to Daniel's interview, where the detective is about to learn something troubling about the couple's marriage.
And I guess at what point did she tell you that he recontacted her this
20
last
days, it says before.
It was either November 1st or November 2nd. It was after she had gotten a picture of me at work that she brought me up to speed on that.
Gotcha, okay. And the first contact that...
Hold on. Then why don't they go to the workplace with the camera and see the whatever? Bro, this guy's cooked. Like that was way too close range of a picture.
He initially made with her was back on October 2nd. I guess why that month gap, do you think, before she told you?
I'm sure she has mentioned to you that she and I are going through a rough patch, kind of on the rocks. So probably didn't seem that pressing until it was.
Sure. And she didn't mention that to me, that you guys were having a rough time currently. Are you guys in the process of separating, getting divorced, or working through things?
To be determined. My brother Matthew is a cop, so I have a retractable asp steel baton.
Yeah.
As I said, not right now, but otherwise, it's on me all the time. I sleep with it next to me. I've bought some additional security cameras for the house. So what am I doing? I'm panicked. And I'm doing a shit job of protecting my wife. So I'm not doing good.
Yeah, I can see that. So, with that being, I know that Chris Steele, we put her car on a lift on Tuesday afternoon to see if there's any sort of GPS tracking or anything like that. We couldn't find anything on the car. If Anthony is watching you guys, it's going to be in person from a distance or nearby or however.
No, let's be real. We're not.
That poses an interesting issue in of itself.
From Daniel's reactions, it's clear the stalking is taking a toll on him too. His wife is terrified, his family feels haunted, and he's struggling to understand how any of this is happening. Detective Martinez wraps up the interview, but something Daniel said lingers in the back of his mind. He revealed that he didn't know about the stalking for almost a month, not until Crystal finally showed him the email with the photo taken outside his workplace. So Martinez decides to look deeper into the family dynamic, and what he finds is concerning. He learns that the couple have been going through a rough patch recently. Nothing hostile or dangerous, but they were trying to work things out, doing what they believed was best for their kids and holding their family together the best they could. With how much the stalker seems to know about their lives, Martinez briefly wonders if someone inside the home might be manipulating the situation, and for a moment, he even considers the possibility that Daniel might be messing with his wife as some twisted way of trying to fix their marriage. But that idea is quickly dismissed. There is no evidence backing any of it, and all signs still point to Anthony. Not to mention, Crystal herself is fully convinced her ex is behind the stalking campaign. Throughout November...
Now, schizo. He would create an uncertain scenario, something that creates anxiety and paranoia or whatever, and he would be the hero that saves the situation in a way to kind of rekindle and like trauma bond by force, which is awful, but
the
it makes
harassment
sense.
continues to escalate with more messages and threats. Crystal continues documenting everything and constantly monitors her cameras. By early December, she finally receives a message that gives her the smallest breath of air. Hey, gorgeous. I can't visit you anymore. No more Colorado time. My girlfriend doesn't want us talking without her. She says you'll let the cops get me after you get rid of him. For the first time in weeks, Crystal and her family feel a brief sense of relief. It sounds like Anthony is backing off, maybe even leaving the state. But in reality, this is just the stalker's final move to make them drop their guard before he strikes. The day starts like every other day. Daniel leaves for work while Crystal heads out to drop the kids off at school. During those minutes, someone approaches the front door, tapes over the Ring doorbell camera, and slips inside the house. Minutes later, Crystal drives back home, pulls into the garage, and steps out of the car. She has no idea someone is waiting for her inside, and the moment she closes the car door, he attacks. The stalker strikes Crystal in the head, stabs her, and leaves her bleeding on the floor. After months of plotting, this is the moment he'd been waiting for. Later that morning, Daniel tries calling Crystal from his office, but she doesn't answer or respond to texts. Hours pass, and there's still no sign of her, so Daniel finally decides to call police.
Springfield Dispatcher's meeting.
Hi there. My name is Dan Krug. I don't think this is an emergency, but this feels really weird.
Okay.
My wife isn't responding to text messages or phone calls.
Okay.
We've had threats against us. We have both been targeted by a stalker.
Okay.
Threats have been made against my life.
Okay.
And threatening to like kidnap her, which is why I'm.
Yeah.
I'm
He's not gonna check his house first?
not answering.
Within minutes of Daniel's call, an officer is dispatched to the Krug residence to check on Crystal. At the same time, Daniel also calls Crystal's mother, asking her to go check on her daughter, sending her straight into the worst moment of her life. While she makes her way there, the officer reaches the house first.
I mean, how often does he check in on her, like during the day like that?
Oh, I was just, I'm their neighbor, and they called me like, can you go see if she'll answer?
Oh yeah, he sent us as well, so.
Yeah, I'm like, I go sure.
Just next door?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, you got this.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate it.
The house looks quiet, and the officer doesn't notice anything wrong from the outside. But before he clears the call and drives off, something nags at him. So he brings his patrol car a little closer to check the garage, where he's about to uncover a tragic, horrifying sight.
Oh.
As the officer leans in for a closer look, he spots a body lying on the floor, motionless, with blood smeared across the wall.
151 sent medical and 110. I need a 4 entry. I got a female down in the garage.
This guy did his job. Nice.
Brookfield Police! Brookfield Police!
Oh, shit. Holy shit.
The officer steps into the garage to find Crystal with what looks like a severe head injury, so he immediately begins performing CPR, working on her for several moments with no success before opening the garage door to give medics access. But instead of paramedics, someone else soon arrives.
Garage is open now. Hello, ma'am. I need you to stay out, please.
Tragically, as the garage door is lifted to get medics in, Crystal's mother catches a brief glimpse inside, just long enough to see an officer performing CPR on her daughter. Before she can process what she's seeing, another officer quickly arrives to shield her from this nightmare.
Ma'am,
I need you to come over here for a minute, okay? So we can work. I understand. I need you to come on over here, okay?
Okay.
I know. Do me a favor, go and sit inside so we can work on her, okay? So we can try to get her the help, okay? What's your name?
Linda.
Linda? Yeah. Okay. My name's Officer Zamora, okay? I'll come out here and I'll give you some news as soon as I can.
Please tell me she's okay.
I have no idea just yet, but I know that they're working on her. The officer in there has been working CPR on her, and I think she's doing okay,
My
okay?
husband called.
He did. He's the one that called us and let us know, okay? Go ahead, take a seat for a minute. I'll be right back here, okay?
I need to tag out, man. She's got a head wound. I don't know if it's from falling or something else, but probably falling, but I don't know, man. It's a good one. Yep. Husband said there was a stalker threatening to kidnap her, so I don't know. No, she's unresponsive. Decent head wound.
Where we have more room at
While medics continue working on Crystal inside the garage, an officer stands outside reassuring a distressed woman who's just arrived, unaware that this is Crystal's mother. She's shaken and terrified by the horrors she witnessed inside the garage. Linda would later learn that none of this was random, and finding her daughter like this was always part of a twisted plan. Back inside the garage, medics keep working, still trying to revive Crystal, not yet aware of the fatal wound hidden beneath her clothing.
Guys, you see anything other than a fall type of wound?
What's that? Gash on the chest.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a stab wound.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think we'll get it.
The dispatch could tell us. The husband called in to check on her. I don't know right now, but dispatch should have it.
So we have a visible stab wound, you guys?
Yes.
Right above her heart. Okay, then we are asystolic. Yep. Asystole. Yep. Jermaine, are you good with this, or do you? How recent is this trauma? Because if this
Husband said he couldn't.
Yeah, it's all
make sure
the fucking workers and shit too. Like,
we don't know if it's within 10 minutes, man. Okay, yeah.
Husband has not been able
everybody's
to
gotta deal with this shit, you
by
know?
any means for a few hours.
Yeah.
Stab wound to chest. Let Henry know that.
Medics work for only a few minutes before realizing there's nothing more they can do. Beside Crystal's body, tucked inside her purse, the officer notices a handgun she never even had time to reach for. With the immediate area secure, officers spread out throughout the house, searching every room for the attacker, but no one is inside. And as officers step out...
Alright. Looks like we're gonna leave off here, but